What's up, guys? It's Karen, aka Buddha Bear, and I'm making this video to basically give some tips and some tricks on how I stopped overthinking. It's not really overthinking happens. Sometimes you can't avoid it, and sometimes you can. But usually, what happens is a scenario pops into your head, like say something like you either think about somebody or something in the future that you can't control. You can control it, but you're having multiple thoughts and multiple outcomes that keep on popping into your head like, oh, this could happen, or that can happen, that can happen. And what most people forget is that if you do that, you end up putting yourself into a bad mental space. And so usually what this is called is overthinking. So when most people overthink, they're not sure of the outcome. Sometimes the outcome is true. Sometimes the outcome is not true. Usually they're just sitting there overthinking, and they keep overthinking, right? So I'm gonna just tell some tips on what I use on how to stop overthinking. To get into it, the first tip I use, or the first strategy I use to stop overthinking, was basically writing it down. So if there was something that was on my mind heavy, like all day, I couldn't avoid it, I couldn't get rid of it, it's been on my mind all day, and it's like heavy, it's like sitting there on my mind, and I tried my hardest to get rid of it. Like, you try not to think about it and all that, but it's like really like messing with you, right? So what I looked it up how some ways, and I seen how to write it down. And so write it down, basically, if you do it, you can do it on paper, or go to your phone and go to your notes. And when you go and you write it, put exactly what's troubling you. So what's the problem? So say, I don't know how I'm gonna get this or that, and that's the problem, right? And then you say the reason why you think that. And then when you find the reason, trying to find ways to solve it. And what that helps with is, it shows you that there's a clearer path. It shows you your path is straight and narrow. Like, when you have all your problems and all your solutions directly in front of you, there's no way that you get straight. You got exactly what you needed. What's been in your brain, what you've been thinking about, is exactly in front of you. And so what you use the write it down strategy. That's what I'm gonna call it. You write it down, and you just get it all out there. And so this will help you stop thinking about it for a while. It will come back. The thought might come back, but this will help you stop thinking for a while. So yeah, that's one strategy. The next strategy I will say will be just stop thinking about it. And I know it sound bland, but it's basically, as soon as the thought pops into your head, notice it and stop it. Like, as soon as the thought pops into your head, notice it and get rid of it. Because what most people don't notice is that you have control over your mind. You know what can go into your head and what can't. And as soon as it pops into your head, you can instantly stop it. You'd be like, no, I don't want to think about it. Or say such and such popped into your head. No, I'm good. Find something else to think about. Like, instantly. As soon as that thought pops into your head, find something else to think about, or get rid of it. It's not avoiding it. You're just putting it off to where, if you're not sure of that truth or that thought, then get rid of it. There's no point of you trying to sit here and think about something that you have no clear. You're not an X-Man. You cannot think about this. There is no possible way that you know exactly what's going to happen. And that's just life. You can't always know what's going to happen. There's not going to be a clear route. So that would be one, is to stop thinking about it. And that one helps the most, just like the write it down one. But this one helps the most because it makes you aware of what it gives yourself control over your mind. It lets you know that you have control over your mind. So that stop thinking about it method is one that I use a lot. Another one is for the people who have no problem with this. Now, me, I'm a very secretive person. Or if not secretive, I don't like telling people my business. That's just me. I have a real problem with telling people my business. But if that's not you, then this step and strategy is good. It's great. This one is basically going to somebody that you trust, whether that's a family member, a friend, or somebody you know that you trust, and you can bring these problems and these thoughts to, and they will help you. They'll listen to you, find a solution with you, go through this whole problem with you, not just listen to you and knock you off. So this one is kind of for me. I'm not saying this will be for you, but for me, it's a 50-50 for me, because just in case they end up saying the thing that I did not want to hear, now I'm be thinking about that too. So overthinking, that's why I usually just try to go for the other two, writing it down or just instantly stop thinking about it, just because of that fact right there. But yeah, if you have no problem going to people, then this is the one for you. It helps me out. Sometimes the only people I can go to is my aunt, my mom, my grandma. That's about it. That's the only people. But if this one helps you, then I'd recommend it. Might as well, right? So yeah, those are my top 3 strategies. I have more, but I cannot think about it. Usually I make these videos straight off the top of my head, so I don't have nothing to write down or no notes or nothing. So I'm honestly just sitting here on the top of my head. These videos are really just my thoughts that I would just say it to myself, but might as well post them, right? But yeah, so my next videos will come out probably like a day or 2 after this one. I'm tired. I kind of just got off of work, and you can see my eyes are red. But yeah, but my next couple videos come out in the next few days. So yeah, like, subscribe, share it to your family and friends. Like I say in other videos, I make these videos for myself to get out of my comfort zone, and also to help anybody who needs help, or who needs help in that situation. And if y'all have any questions for me in the comments, I'll put my Instagram in the description below if you have any questions that you want to ask me on there. But if you need somebody to listen to, I'll listen to you. But yeah, like, subscribe, share it to your family, your friends, and I'll catch you in the next video.